Piers Morgan presses Keir Starmer outside Parliament over Brexit and national leadership. In a rare and unexpected moment outside the Houses of Parliament, broadcaster and journalist Piers Morgan engaged Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer in a brief but pointed exchange on national leadership, Brexit, and public trust. The encounter, filmed by onlookers and quickly shared across social media, sparked fresh conversations around Starmer's stance on Britain's future and the media's role in holding political leaders to account. The clip, which shows Morgan posing a series of firm but civil questions, gained traction within hours, triggering debate among political commentators and the public alike. According to witnesses and footage verified by multiple outlets, Morgan approached Starmer as he exited a committee session, asking about the Labour leader's current vision for the country, especially in the wake of ongoing debates over the UK's post-Brexit trajectory. "Do you really believe you're standing up for the people who voted for Brexit?" Morgan asked, maintaining a calm but assertive tone. "A lot of them feel abandoned." Starmer responded with composure, stating, "We've moved beyond the Brexit vote. My job is to make Brexit work and ensure the economy and public services are on a path to stability." Morgan followed up by referencing Labour's previous calls for closer EU alignment, asking if this signaled a softening on Brexit. Starmer reiterated Labour's position: "We respect the referendum result. We won't be taking the UK back into the EU, but we'll seek practical cooperation with our European neighbours where it benefits Britain." The brief conversation ended as Starmer was ushered into a waiting vehicle by aides, but not before Morgan added, "A lot of voters are watching closely. They want leadership, not just safe answers." Reactions online were swift and diverse. Some applauded Morgan for voicing frustrations they believe have been ignored by mainstream politics. "He said what many of us are thinking," wrote one user on X. "Starmer needs to speak more directly to the Brexit-supporting working class." Others defended Starmer, suggesting the line of questioning was unnecessarily confrontational and didn't allow for a meaningful policy discussion. "Quick soundbites don't reflect complex leadership choices," another user noted. Starmer has been trying to unify a deeply divided electorate. Political analyst Sophie Green commented that the exchange reflected growing tensions as the country heads toward a general election. Voters want straight answers. But in today's climate, leaders often face a no-win situation: speak carefully and be called evasive, or speak plainly and risk misinterpretation. Since taking over the Labour leadership from Jeremy Corbyn, Keir Starmer has made it clear he does not intend to reopen the Brexit debate. While once a vocal supporter of a second referendum, Starmer has since pivoted to a position of making Brexit work, a stance designed to resonate with Leave-leaning constituencies without alienating Remain-inclined Labour supporters. In a speech earlier this year, Starmer said, "There is no case for rejoining. What we need now is a practical plan for better trade, smoother travel, and security cooperation, none of which require us to go backwards." Critics argue this position lacks clarity and boldness, while supporters see it as a realistic compromise in a politically fractured nation. Piers Morgan's willingness to challenge figures across the political spectrum has earned him both praise and criticism. Known for his direct interview style, he has questioned everyone from government ministers to global celebrities. While some view him as an essential voice of public accountability, others argue his methods can oversimplify nuanced issues. Following the incident, Morgan shared the clip on social media with the caption, "Starmer says he wants to lead Britain, but will he lead with conviction?" In a follow-up post, he clarified, "I wasn't attacking him, I was asking the questions millions of people want answers to." The exchange between Morgan and Starmer, though brief, illustrates a broader trend in British politics: rising public demand for transparency and authenticity. With general election talk growing louder, voters across the political spectrum are seeking answers on everything from the NHS and immigration to economic recovery and national identity. Whether this moment changes minds or merely reinforces existing opinions, it underscores the importance of media figures engaging directly with political leaders and of those leaders being prepared to respond beyond pre-scripted soundbites. Professor James Ridley, a media and politics scholar at the University of Westminster, said, "This kind of spontaneous exchange is healthy for democracy. It keeps our politicians alert and reminds them they are accountable not just in Parliament, but on the street, in front of the public." In a time when political conversations are often filtered through press releases and talking points, real moments of unfiltered engagement like this one between Piers Morgan and Keir Starmer can break through the noise. Was Morgan simply doing his job as a journalist, or did he cross a line into political ambush? Was Starmer's response measured leadership or overly cautious? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Was this exchange fair? Do you believe Starmer is delivering the leadership the UK needs right now? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoy balanced, thoughtful political reporting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on the issues that matter most.